Hello Guardians and welcome to Ginger Prime. My name is Brian, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back Soul Nation. May Galahorns forever rain down on you like candy. That's what you get for subbing, by the way. Just impossible loot rolls in your video games, but it only seems to work for subs. I don't seem to make the rules, and I just obviously make bad jokes at the beginning of videos. Welcome everybody! And with less than a month ago, I really wanted to put together this video as a way of helping new and returning players to really kind of focus on what they should be doing to have a better Beyond Light experience in November. So this is really kind of hopefully a practical Guardian's guide to the galaxy, so to speak. And if you're looking for more detailed guides, just check the top link in the description of this video for my Destiny playlist, which that you're going to find a whole host of guides and other topics if you wish. But let's go ahead and actually dive headfirst into this video and focusing on what you should be doing. Now, first and foremost, when it comes down to Destiny 2 right now, you need to set some practical goals for the remaining content that is leaving. This is actually the most important thing you could do, just kind of keep that in mind, because you don't want to go into November exhausted with Destiny. So here's what I mean by some practical goals, or actually maybe even a goal could be to take a break from the game. Yes, it's that important. Now, if you just return to the game and you're excited and you're having fun, you can completely ignore that tip, by the way. But this is like more for myself, telling me personally to take a break from the game just so that I can have a better experience when stepping into Beyond Light. Now, again, like I said, does not apply to you if you literally just returned last week. You're going to have the momentum. You're going to be refreshed and excited to play. Plus, there's going to be plenty of things for you to do, obviously, up to that point. But it's no less important. And plus, when you look at all the different video games that are out there, you can easily find something to kind of occupy your time, maybe a day or two before Beyond Light breaks. But anyway, I'll let you make that choice. Follow it if you will. Now, if you're still looking for content or trying to define your goals, PC Gamer actually has a really well-written article talking about different guns, things that you might want to go focus in on. I'm going to include a link to this in the description below for you. So that way, if you have enough time and you really kind of want to dive in and find a new goal for yourself, use this. This is a great source of reference, and I'm happy to recommend them. So again, check the link in the description. But this also correlates with the idea that if you don't get something done, it's okay. So don't worry about it. This is actually more a personal tip for myself. So feel free to completely throw this out there if you care to. But I have a hard time letting things go. It seems natural to me. I always want to be able to get everything knocked out, especially with the content vaulting. If you guys aren't aware, again, we've covered this before, what is going away more specifically in different videos. But for me, I'm going to say, yeah, like I have to let things go if I didn't finish a quest. So this is me just kind of practicing kind of a do as I say, not as I do kind of mentality. Wish me luck. I'll obviously return the favor if you are like me and you have a hard time letting things go. But feel free to make sure, tell yourself, and I do this all the time with especially YouTube videos, like it's okay not to make that video. It's okay not to do that quest. It's okay. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's going to either come back, or if I never really got to it in the first place, was I ever going to? And it's only that fact that it is the FOMO that actually forces me into it. So I tend to try to actually avoid FOMO type games, obviously not successfully sometimes. Anyway. So, okay, moving into our bigger tips though, this is going to be one that's called Farm, Don't Spend. In the tower, you'll have various vendors, and we've covered this multiple times. If you're looking to how to actually unlock bounties, check my New Light Beginning Guide because it just walks you through doing the quest and getting that all unlocked. But be sure to be picking up your weekly bounties at a minimum from Banshee, from Shax, I don't know why, for some reason I just blanked on his name, from all the different vendors for the strikes playlist, for the PvP. Like, and if you don't like PvP, just, you know what, skip Shax, but you want to go and grab each and every one of your weeklies, just so that you're getting these Crucible tokens, so you're getting your different materials for upgrading your weapons, but don't spend them. You can see right now I'm sitting on 3,600 Shax tokens. I'm going to go on a shopping spree as soon as Beyond Light drops. This is where that's going to be. Obviously, look at your currencies. Try to get as many of your currencies as possible. Try to get as many as your planetary items as possible. The bright dust in the world, get that as much as possible. You can go on a shopping spree with new content and things that drop. But yeah, just go do a bounty tour around the tower. You can also go out to Eris Morn on the moon. The reason I would say is that you're not so worried because obviously the moon just got here, so it's not going away anytime soon. But yeah, go pick up your bounties. Farm them up if you're still playing this game. If you're actively engaged and you're not currently on a break, yeah, be sure to hit your bounties, focus in on your weekly, your bigger ones, and then you can focus on your dailies from there. Be sure to not, especially if you're low on your glimmer, be sure not to jump in to your random rolls. Those are the most expensive for the least amount of reward. So we covered this kind of in a power leveling and XP farming guide. Again, like I said, the Destiny playlist for the guides should be and get you more than prepared than this video does. This is, again, just kind of more practical advice on what you should be preparing for. Lastly, let's talk about cleaning things up because that's going to be important too. Obviously, you want to go over to your vault and just note that this is more a video for myself. So I'm going to go watch this back and be like, okay, this is what I need to do. You can see here I got multiples of the same guns. If you look at what the power level that these guns can reach, in this case, this gun has a seasonal power cap of 1060. This is a gun that you're free to get rid of, because it's not going to be able to be powered up when Beyond Light hits. So me just kind of holding onto it is ultimately just kind of setting me back. This is kind of a forced way to help me clean up my vault space to make sure that I'm using it to the maximum or the most efficient way possible. So that being said, is that take some time before Beyond Light to go in and clean up your vault space to kind of get any of these duplicates that you aren't using anyway out of there. Now, it's important that, like, let's say there was something that did have a better power cap that's tagged to it. The nice thing is about exotics, they aren't power cap. You can just keep going. It sees a seasonal power cap, but you got to look at that max power, so that way you know that it's actually the power limit is the value you want. Don't worry about seasonal, because that's where we currently are. And exotics aren't seasonal, so you can hold on to all your exotics as best as you want and go from there. But beyond just that piece of it, you can always go into your collections and recover some of these items. So if it's something that's easily recoverable, if I go into my weapons, if I go into kind of like auto rifles, if it is like this origin story where I can reacquire it, just note that that's something you can go ahead and just get rid of, because the ones that have random rolls that you can't reacquire are obviously maybe something you want to hold on to. So like Halfren D, it can't be reacquired. So take a look at what its power limit is and then decide from there. And that ultimately is going to be the best thing for you. And that's hopefully a help. Hopefully this kind of helps free you up to get rid of and clear out some of your items. Now, lastly, and as we wrap up this video, if you guys have any questions or there's anything I can do to kind of help you out in your Destiny journey, let me know. There's lots of news coming out. We covered this over on the podcast, kind of going into more of the twabs. You'll notice that I've moved more of the newsies type kind of coverage over to my podcast channel, because I feel like it just seems to make more sense to fit over there in podcast form a little bit better overall. So just let me know what you think. If you guys have subscribed over there, thank you for that support. And if you haven't, there'll be a link somewhere in below or probably in the cards regardless. But the last thing of it is just kind of keep following Bungie.net, or you can follow my channels to get updates about this game, especially as it relates to like your upgrades. This is going to be a free upgrade whether you're going to Series X or S or PlayStation 5. That's really great that PlayStation's supporting that. You can also going to get much more benefit out of the next generation, but beyond next generation, Destiny Beyond Light is a new client install. So just note that you'll be installing this game again. So if for whatever reason, if you're on a break, or you're just like, I'm going to come back with Beyond Light, you technically don't even need your client installed, because it's just going to be a new download anyway. Now, we'll cover more as we know more, as we go into Stasis, as we go on to Europa. One of the things is for certain, I'm thrilled and very excited to be going on this adventure with you guys. But that wraps it up for me. I think that hopefully this was a real good practical guide, giving you some direction, help to answer any kind of questions you might have. As I completely forgot about it, I would say when you're talking about farming and leveling, last tip before I go is try to get to at least level 30 in the season. I think that will help give you enough rewards, because your seasonal rank isn't as important, because that's just going to reset here 22 days from now at the time of this recording. But if you can get to level 30 by just kind of doing your bounties and just kind of playing the game, it should give you and set you up for success. Other than that, again, check out the PC Gamer article if you're looking for specific goals, or obviously any of our previous videos if you're looking for any additional help. But last but not least, if you guys are looking for clans or people to play with, check out our Discord. Link will be in the description below if you want to come check us out and find ways that we can team up. Hopefully we might be able to get a raid team together. It looks like it's going to be happening on November 21st. That should be pretty exciting if we're powered up enough. I don't know. I'm game for anything when it comes to Destiny, and hopefully trying to get some of these raids knocked out in the future. That's going to wrap it up for me. This is the second sign off for Ginger Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you feel like I earned it, you hit that like button. If you feel like I've earned your subscription, let me know in the comments below. That way I can welcome you officially to the Soul Nation and bestow upon you all the best roles for future video games. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, take care. This video is sponsored by me, Ginger Prime. Hopefully you'll check out my podcast channel, Ginger Gaming Radio, which we have lots of guests, lots of great conversations, and even more highlights. Links are in the description below. Let me know what you think. Thanks.